Hey good people, welcome back to Beauty in the Frizz. My name is Cara. Whether you are new or returning, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me for another one today. I am so honored and so excited to do this collab with my friend Lock Maiden. Terra Moons, Shifty Shades, Lock Maiden, all of it sounds good to me. If you want to hear a little more about this collab and just play with some indie goodness, keep watching this video. Let me know what you think, and if makeup is your therapy and your love, if it makes you happy and you want to hang out with someone that feels the same way, definitely consider joining the community. You know I'd love to have you back. All right, let's get started. First of all, let me know how you are doing in the comment section. I hope you are doing well today or tonight whenever you're watching this. I'm doing all right, Now let me tell you about this collab. So first of all, if you are not subscribed or following Lock Maiden on YouTube or Instagram, you are missing out. She is just so amazing with every look I've seen her do. I don't know what else to say. She's creative, she's inspiring. She's also a little mysterious, but I love her. Lock, I don't know how we found each other, but I am so glad that we did. Earlier this year, like January, she asked me about a collab and she's like, I have June open. And I was like, okay, I can't even think that far. And I cannot believe June is here already. And basically, because we both have a pretty fair amount of Terra Moons shades, we were gonna give each other our top 9 shades and then create some looks with those shades. And I cannot wait to see what she came up with. Now, when we did this, so in doing this, we decided that if we didn't have all the shades, we would just substitute in what we wanted to. And then we could also bring in any mattes that we wanted to bring in to complete our looks. I'm so excited because I actually have 6 of the 9 shades that she chose. And then for the other 3, I just subbed in what I think will be close to the shades that I don't have. So I'm gonna show you that palette and the swatches, and we're just gonna do some indie goodness today with things we already have in our collection, because you know I'm trying to get my life right. Because you know my mother asked me to call her after she saw my how much did I spend in May video. I was like, no. So we're gonna use what we have today, and I'm so excited for this collab. And actually it's so crazy because when Lock sent me these shades, like I had the first 6 and then it's like gonna be the bottom 3 that I don't have, like in that order. So it just worked out perfectly. Look at this palette that she picked out, because this is almost what we're working with here. Like I said, these 3 I think will be close, but yeah, what I'll do is I'll pop up what these shades really do look like, and then you can let me know whether or not I'm close, doing the best I can. So here's a closer look at the palette that Lock picked out for me, and let's go ahead and get into these shade names and swatches. I actually think that some of our shades may overlap because some of these are favorites of mine as well. We're gonna start here with Hyperion. Look at that shift from here, y'all. We shall. But here it is up close in its beauty. Y'all, Terra Moons, and see, I've been doing real good with not buying singles, but Terra Moons, they can get me. Look at that. And it's the texture for me too. It's just that smooth duo and multi-chrome formula that I'm just so into. Next, she picked out the shade Moontide. Look at that. Orion's Belt. It always makes me think of constellations. I believe Orion's Belt is a constellation. That is gorgeous. Veil Nebula. So you can see it has a similar shade that's up here in Hyperion, but it's different. Like Hyperion, you can see some green in there. Next we have Gamma Ray. And one of my personal favorites is Red Giant. Mine is looking a little old here, but it still works beautifully. UPS is here. I didn't order anything because, you know, I'm getting my life together. Do y'all know August wants a pair of white Crocs? That's probably what it is, because UPS delivers for Amazon, and August in these white Crocs. Like, what are you gonna do with a pair of white Crocs? It's for his birthday, but still, like, his red one's got a huge, like, huge hole in it, and he, like, continues to wear them. I'm like, can you please stop? Like, it's just too much. Like, and it's not protecting your foot. Red Giant, I have to say, maybe one of Red Giant's. Red Giant, I would say, hands down, is probably one of the best shades I own. It is just so fiery and beautiful, and it's probably one of the first shades that I had of its kind. So this is just always will go down as one of my favorite shades. I mean, look at this from afar. So now we're gonna get into the 3 shades that I don't have. The first shade I don't have is the shade Phoenix. So I am substituting in the shade Time Shift. And I just love that. This is just like, I don't know. This just reminds me of something you would see in outer space. You know what? It almost reminds me of like sun glistening on the water. I don't know. Might be reaching. Okay. She also picked out a shade called Mirage, and I chose to substitute in Hot Spiced Cider. I love the shift in Hot Spiced Cider. I think it's a really beautiful shade. I'm not sure if this is available anymore. Lastly, she chose a matte shade from Terra Moons, and it was the shade Mi Gente. And I didn't have anything in my Terra Moons matte collection that was similar. So this is actually from Divina, and this is the shade Saudade. Maybe you should take Among the Stars. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm making a game time change here because I wanna keep the 9 shades. I wanna keep them Terra Moons. So I'm gonna actually grab a matte from Terra Moons, because the matte I have is from Divina. So let's do that. Give me 1 second. All right, so I don't really have any green mattes from Terra Moons. This is kind of the closest I've got. It's like a tennis ball green color, actually. This is the shade Among the Stars. And I'm gonna swatch this a second time. And Terra Moon mattes can be a little chalky, but they blend really, really well. So the swatch does not tell the story of this matte. So here is my palette based on Locke's favorite Terra Moons shades. Look how beautiful that is, y'all. Oh my gosh. So now we're gonna go ahead and get into some looks with these beautiful shades. And for any other matte choices that I'd like for this palette, I am gonna use the OG Blends palette. This has everything I could want and more. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna wash my arm and we are gonna get into these looks. All right, you guys, let's get into this first look. I am extremely excited. I'm gonna try to do some looks, I don't know, different than my normal. So I think I wanna tap into these purples for the first look. We have Giggle, Signs, and Bewitched. And I think I'm gonna start with this shade here, which is Signs. I'm gonna be using a What's Up Beauty R104 brush. And we'll see where we're gonna go with this, because right now I have no idea. I am using the NARS eyeshadow primer for this look. And I'm sure using these mattes is not gonna help me with resisting the new Blends palette that's coming out, but that is my plan. My plan is to resist, and maybe I'll just try to enjoy this palette a bit more, because every time I use my Blends palette, I just fall in love with it more and more. I'm just getting this shade down on the outer corner. I'm gonna go in to Giggle, which is this lighter shade here, and kind of work along the outer edges of Signs, just up here closer to the brow bone. And that's just gonna help there be more of a gradient between Signs and the brow bone, just like that. So you see just that little difference with that light shade? Like, I really just started getting into like these blend out shades like very, very recently, and I'm here for them. So now I want to go into Bewitched, which is the deepest purple. I'm switching to the BK Beauty A502 brush, so it'll just be able to get in the crease a bit more. And I'm just tapping it off. I'm just focusing this in the crease to make it a little deeper. And we'll see how that goes. I'll probably still have to blend it out a little more, but it's really not bad at all. Yes, so this is a great start. Okay. All right, so now what I want to do is I want to get into one of these Terra Moon shimmers. Let's do Hot Spice Cider. I'm really hoping this is going to be close to the shade that Locke picked. If not, it's still beautiful. Yes, okay, so I like that. I love the contrast between these shades. And now what I want to do, let's just see. I really want to use this shade here, Among the Stars. I'm taking the same brush and I'm tapping it off because it's a bit powdery. And I really just want to go above Hot Spice Cider, just a little bit, to meet the purple transition shades. Don't want it to be too much. I just want them to both blend. I mean, really just like that. Now for the under eye, I think I'm going to kind of keep this same type of gradient with Among the Stars, using an angled liner brush, tapping it off. And I'm trying to get better with holding my head up for this part, because sometimes I realize I'm out of focus, or at least look up a little more. Yes, and then going back into, let's just do Signs from Blends, just for this little outer area. Just gonna mesh the two together. It's giving me like kind of Joker vibes with this look. I'm here for it. For the inner corner, wait, we're gonna go into Moontide. And let's just see if that gives us a nice little shifty inner corner. This is a BH Cosmetics brush. And I like this because it's deep, but it's still bright in a way. Like the reflex and sparkles in Moontide are still gonna look nice in the inner corner, even though it's not like this super like bright shade. All right, so this is our first Terra Moons look. Let me know what you think. This is totally something that is different for me, and I love it because it's still me. Like the blend out, I love this actually. I'm gonna decide on a liner. I'd love something bright for a liner, but I think I'm actually gonna go with this liner from NYX. It is called Deep Purple. So I'm gonna put this on with some mascara, and then I'll let you know what I'm thinking about our first look. All right, I am back with the finished look. Y'all, oh my gosh. This look is probably, oh my gosh. Let me blend that out, hold on. I just feel like this is one of my favorite looks lately. I think because, I don't know, I really had to think about it and be creative. And I love this. I love how I took the color and kind of made it my own. I have a very light blush on. It's the Say Mauve Glow. And then my lip is actually worn off a little bit. It's the Pat McGrath Divine Lip Shine in Divine Rose 2. That's probably what I would wear with something like this, or my Chanel Adrian, because I really love how my eyes are standing out in this look. Oh my gosh. All right, I love this. Let's get into another one. I cannot wait to see what Locke is gonna create. Like, I really can't. All right, so next day I'm back to do another look, and let's go ahead and get into it. I wanna go into these browns today. So we have Depth, Mama Bear, and Truth. We're gonna start with Mama Bear. Yes. And I have this Dose of Colors tapered blending brush, and I don't have on any blush or lipstick yet because I just wasn't sure what I was going to do with this look. So we'll do that at the end. I just love this warm brown. This is so pretty. Look at that. Ugh, this palette is great. I'm also gonna put this on the inner corner as well. So now I'm going to do the same thing that I did in the last look with the shade Truth. Just going to use that shade to, actually, am I gonna use Truth? Let me see, because First Kiss looks nice too. Let's just see. Truth is a nice blend out. Let me look at First Kiss real quick. Okay, no, we're gonna do First Kiss because I like First Kiss to kind of blend this out a little bit. So that's what I'm gonna do. And just take it on the outer edges of Mama Bear just to give it that gradient. So yes, love how that looks. And now we're going to go into depth and we're gonna just do that on the outer corner. I'm changing to the A502 from BK Beauty. All right, here's what we're working with. All right, now let's get into these shimmers. I think I'm gonna go into Veil Nebula for the shimmer here. And we will concentrate that on the center of the eyelid. Oh yes, yep. I think this look would be great for neutral lovers who still want something a little special, but not anything that's too out there, like the last look. I'm not saying that last look was too out there, but you know what I'm saying. It's like from afar, it's gonna look like a regular schmegular eyeshadow look, but you get up close, you're like, oh, that's really pretty. And it really isn't hard to do. It's really just the shimmer, because you can use like the Biba palette or Natasha Denona bronze or pretty much any neutral palette. The Natasha Denona Glam palette, I know a lot of people love that palette, but then just take one single shade. It's giving you sparkle, it's giving you dimension, and this is still like a really cute office look. I love that. Now for the under eye, I'm gonna go with First Kiss and Mama Bear. So these two, and maybe a little bit of that on the outer corner, we'll see. But I'm gonna just start with First Kiss. This is really close to my skin tone, so you're not gonna see it too much. Now I'm going into Mama Bear, going over top of it, just very lightly. And then depth for the outer corner here. And now for the inner corner, we're gonna go into Red Giant, that beautiful fiery shade. And something like, I can't, like something like this, like to me that makes the look. I cannot with this shade. Oh my gosh, yes. Now for this look, I just want to do a brown liner. I'm going to use a brown Victoria Beckham liner, and I'll be back with the finished look. Here's what it looks like from afar though. Just regular, you know what I'm saying? But up close is something else. I'll be right back. And I'll put some blush and lipstick on too. All right, I am back with the finished look. Oh, I really love this one. To finish off the eye look, I use Victoria Beckham Cocoa Liner, and I use the Maybelline Surreal Falsies Mascara. I added some blush. It is the Dior Rosy Glow in Mahogany. And then for lips, I have on Lisa Eldridge Velvet Affair Liner and the matte lipstick. This, I love this. This is gorgeous. We're gonna do one more and then I'll wrap up the video. All right, you guys, we are here for the last and final look. I'm having so much fun with this collab right now. Okay, check out the face. I have on my Chanel #1 foundation tint, the So Cheeky Iconic London. I have on Adrian by Chanel because I'm gonna do another kind of bold look. Oh, it's in my purse. Again? No. Why do you need August's phone? Because I want to play Roblox. You're not gonna. You have Roblox on your phone. Nope. Nope. Anyway, this boy off the chain. August has his camp jam today. That's like the little finale of his first session of camp. And I'm gonna go ahead and do a little look for it. And I wanna kind of tap into these here. So we have Cream and Sugar. I'm not sure if I'm gonna use that, but I definitely wanna use Intuition and Nevermore. Oh my gosh, and this is going up today same day I'm filming this. So the new blends palette is coming out today and I am trying to resist it, but this makes it hard. I'm really leaning more towards the All Done Up palette. I think that one is more up my alley as far as color story, but I'm gonna try to wait until they have a sale. So I'm using this BK Beauty A503 brush going into Intuition. And what else do I have on my face? I'm using that Makeup Forever Twist powder, the one that has like the 3 shades. I haven't really talked about it too much because I haven't used it a whole lot. So hopefully in my June roundup, I will be talking about it because I do like it. And there are like these glitter flecks in it, but I don't see them on my face. So I actually really like that. And I like that it has kind of a blushy color in it. Like I can really see it like right there. So I'm not looking ashy or powdery. Like I'm looking a little flushed and I like that look. Oh my gosh, come on Blend Bunny with these mattes. Like, it's too much. I'm trying to think, like when I go on vacation, I am thinking all I need is this blends palette and I can make a BYOP of indie singles and like that's all I really need. It's crazy. I'm loving the gloominess of this gray. I'm really loving it. Going into Nevermore, which is the black. I'm gonna go ahead and put that here just on the outer corner. I may have to come back into this after I'm done with my shimmer. All right, time for our shimmers. Orion's belt, I have to. I know I would hear it if I didn't use this blue shade, but this is, come on, look how beautiful that is. And I love this. I didn't want to go monochromatic blue because y'all know that is not me. I'm trying to think, because now I can't remember if I used Hyperion, because Hyperion's one of my favorites. I was gonna use Time Shift, but no. I don't know if I use Hyperion or Veil Nebula. I really don't, but I have to use Hyperion, I'm sorry. This is my baby right here. So if I use it twice, that's why it is my baby. I love this shade. Ugh. Look at that. Come on. Come on, Terra. Yeah, I don't know. If I use Hyperion twice, y'all, I'm sorry. Because I just cannot remember if I use Hyperion or Veil Nebula. They do look similar, but they're different. I'm sorry. And just look at how that, see, and this is how I can make the blues mine. Because this subdued it a little bit, but you still see the beauty of Orion's belt. So I'm here for that. And then going back into Nevermore, which is our black. Okay, I did not expect to love this, but I do. I'm gonna take this Bristles Beauty P06 RF brush and I'm gonna go back into Intuition, which is the matte gray for the lower lash line. Ooh, and I'm doing a gray liner. Definitely doing a gray liner. Back into Nevermore for just this outer area. And then Time Shift. So here's Time Shift. I can't remember if I used it or not, but we're using it again. This is such a beautiful, oh my gosh, yes. All right, here is our last look. Oh my gosh, I feel like I could just go on and on with these shades. I'm gonna put on my liner and mascara and I'll be back to wrap up the video. All right, you guys, back with the finished look. And all I did was I used the Victoria Beckham liner in the shade Ash. So it's a deep gray. And then I used my Maybelline Surreal Falsies mascara. The only one I seem to use. All right, you guys, that's gonna be it. You know, doing this collab, first of all, Locke, thank you so much for reaching out to me to do this collab because, and we were talking about this on Instagram, like, we have to use these singles more. They are unmatched. Like, these Terra Moon singles are so beautiful. I haven't bought much from Terra Moons this year, but like I am just really appreciating the ones that I have in my collection. They just continue to be standouts for me. And I have to say that all three looks, the yellow and purple, the neutral one, like this one, even with the blue, I love all three looks. I feel like I really tapped into some creativity here, and I'm just so happy to participate in this collab because it just makes me appreciate the things that I have in my collection and just acknowledge like how special and unique these shades are. And also, this happens every single time I use this palette. I fall in love with it over and over and over again. When I look at this, I mean, what I really appreciate about this palette is the gradient that is here that allows me to create whatever shade, whatever amount of depth that I want. I love that there are these transition shades in the bottom here, so I can literally do anything that I want. And then adding the special Terra Moon shades on top of these blendable mattes. I mean, you have a combination there that honestly, I don't know if it can be beat. Again, Lock, thank you so much. If you are not following Lockmate on Instagram or YouTube, I highly recommend that you follow her, especially if you're looking for creativity, if you're looking for inspo. If you have a rich skin tone and you want to know how different shadows will show up on you, she is a great resource. She also has micro locks, so if you just want to see like some beautiful styles, just overall beauty, seriously, you have got to check out Lockmate. You really do, because she is amazing. So thank you again. Thank you all for watching this video, and I'm just feeling so inspired right now that I better inspire myself to go to August Camp Jam so I'm not late and I get a good seat. So thank you so much for taking out some of your time and hanging out with me for this collab. I hope this was therapy for you. It always is for me. And until I see you again, make sure you are being gentle with yourself. Talk to yourself nice, stay safe, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.